Ahead of these two was the task of coping with the same Australian attack they had met in Brisbane, and our cameras go in for a closer look at the field Benno is setting. The wicket was green enough to favour pace bowling, and the Australian captain has the speed of Alan Davidson to call upon. The brilliant all-rounder from Sydney was playing in his 19th test, and so it's one left-hander about to do battle with another. Richardson now settling in and waiting for the first ball. And on the last day of 1958, the second test begins with Davidson bowling to an attacking umbrella field. Again, it's Davidson moving, with his in-swingers helped by a brisk southerly. It's apparent that Davidson is out to exploit the batsman's weakness outside the off stump, and it's from an edge which speeds away down the gully that the scoring opens. Richardson and Bailey go through for two. Still no hint, however, of the dramatic events which were soon to follow. The opening over yielded 4 runs, and the bowling is entrusted to Ian Meckiff, the other left-hand prong of Benno's pace attack. The cautious Bailey has stepped into the breach as an opener, as he did on his previous tour of Australia. And here comes a ball from Meckiff, which he finds to his taste. It's sent away for a couple, and England goes on for 7. Everything's going on serenely. No heads have toppled, but the tumbrils soon have a passenger. Richardson faces Davidson. There's an edge, a catch behind, and the Worcestershire batsman is on his way back. He made only 3. Richardson, who had once again fallen victim to a ball swinging away outside his off stump. And there were pats on the back in the Australian camp, notably for Wally Grout and his safe pair of gloves. Which brings to the wicket another left-hander, Willie Watson. Benno certainly didn't have defence in mind with such a field, nor did Alan Davidson, who had once again broken through England's openers and is now about to send down the 5th ball of a memorable over. The pressure was right on, and the man who'll feel its weight is the doomed Watson. That's how the camera saw that 5th ball from Davidson, a fast Yorker. Watson was gone and the score hadn't budged. Natural jubilation here, but 2 men were out for only 7. Tom Graveney we saw appearing then on the scene at a time when the Australians were indisputably on top. And with that knowledge, the Gloucestershire batsman made ready to parry the onslaught. So it's another ball from Davidson, and the batsman is trapped in front of his wicket, which had the scribes of cricket unleashing a spate of adjectives in praise of Davidson, which brought a worried Peter May out to bat and a storm of applause for Alan Davidson. To send Cowdrey back to the pavilion. The left-hander comes in, there's an edge, and wicketkeeper Grout holds the catch. The backbone of the England batting has now been broken, but the Surrey bowler, Jim Laker, helps give the tail a handy wag. These are 2 of the 41 which the last 3 batsmen were to put on before the last of them was out of the way. And for those who thrive on wickets toppling, here's one now. It's Davidson to Statham. Watch the stumps. Statham's departure means that England have only 1 man to come, Peter Loader. He goes through the normal preliminaries, scores 1 run, and that's all, because it's Davidson loping in, his target, the stumps. England were out for 259. Jim Laker remained unbeaten with 20.